Hey, sir.
Hey, sorry about that.
Had to get your recording device ready, huh?
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm not recording this.
Oh, can I record it?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'll. Yeah. What's
Okay,
up?
cool. So, were those good concerns, though? I'm not trying to show, be demanding or anything. Like, those are, I just don't understand. None of it makes sense, really.
Yeah, no, that's they are good concerns. That's why I wanted you to email it to me so I could actually sit there and work on it on my computer as opposed to flipping through text and shit.
Okay, I'll make it a little bit more pretty. Because Toretto told me in a personal text, she said, can you please go to Cahoon's office in that empty office and report in there? You can remain there with the door shut and working on your case. But then in the other group chat with you and her that's within the same time frame, literally, she says to you she asks you what duties will Mr. Voss have me doing or whatever.
Right.
So,
right.
I'm like, what the heck? And then, is everything still in effect from the last orders? Because he gave those orders under the premise of him not being aware of my diagnoses. And I would think a judge would think that is massive. Massive, dude. Massive. Yeah, and I would actually think that a TTM would be number one more important before getting me to come back to the base. That's what I would think, like, why is everyone so determined on getting me back to the base first and then TTM second when it should be, maybe both should be as a priority. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd say they're due outs, but they're not because they outranked the hell out of me. But Colonel Cermak,
yes,
over at the Med Group about that TTM. So I expect her to get back with me today.
Oh, you said you emailed her? I didn't hear it.
Yeah,
I emailed her too. Did you see that one?
Yeah, you included her. You added her to the bigger one you sent out.
Yeah, because I forgot to add her and Grandin. Yep. Exactly. Like, this just makes no sense. So I'm just gonna go up there, use the side entrance, go up there, go to my office, and sit there and work on my case, and then go to lunch and come back and I'm being babysat, which makes sense, right? But I'm not even being paid, right? And I'm okay with not being paid, actually.
No, dude. If you show up and report in and go to work, you're not AWOL.
That's not what I'm getting at, though. I said I'm not getting paid right now. If I was getting paid and my paycheck wasn't stopped, I could kind of maybe see why everyone's trying to get me to come back to work, right? But I'm not even being paid, and I'm getting paid now more, I already told you that yesterday, than I just made $6,000 from donations, which I appreciate from everybody. I just made 3 times my paycheck, my lousy paycheck that has been deducted and demoted and all that crap. I make $2,000 a paycheck. Just made $6,000. Not that, you know what I'm saying? People are helping. So this is golly, man. So the new orders. Okay, I'll just ask you this: the old orders, are those still in effect?
Yes.
Okay, but what it says on there, the hours, the duties, it doesn't. I don't understand how that works with this office.
I mean, it's more or less. I mean, it's right down the hall from the old place.
Okay, so Colonel Churchill has already proved this?
I have not asked Colonel Churchill about this yet.
Oh my gosh, he doesn't even know yet. Okay, yeah.
Dude, I'm just trying to fucking help you, man.
Okay, but what if it happened? What if I come back and then he says no and I'm already back? Then what?
I don't know. I feel like as you being duties at FSS, then it seems like a decision that we should be able to make.
So he straight up denied the ADC offer?
Command denied it.
Who's that?
That's all. Command, dude. That's all I can tell you.
Command, is that you? It better not be you.
No, it was not me.
So command, we'll find out in court, is what I'm saying. If it's, I don't understand why you can't be transparent though. They told you not to.
Perhaps.
But isn't that weird though? Why not be not even you? Why can't they say? Why can't I know who said it? And if they told you not to tell me, then don't tell me. That's fine. But that's exactly what I'm getting at with them. Why is that a secret? Well, I don't get that. Is it Hunt? Oh my gosh. So it makes me think. It makes me speculate. Was it Senior Hunt that denied it and it never even got to Churchill's attention? So do I need to do an email to the whole wing again to ask, right? But But that could be alleviated by just, not by you, whatever, but by Churchill not telling you to be secretive. If it was him, like, I have all these ideas that play in my head.
Sure.
Rightfully so, I would think, too. So, all right, well, I guess I could just start with number one. I think I would need Churchill's approval first. If he doesn't know, I need...
I'll run it by him. But like, I will fight for you to come to this office if that is a possibility.
That's fine. I appreciate that. But again, though, his orders, they need to be new orders. They need to be new orders post TTM. That's honestly how it needs to be. Him doing that. Like, can you understand where I'm coming from? Him giving me...
I do see what you're saying, because the CVE came out, and then we haven't really had a TTM since then.
Yeah, exactly. And in the audio recordings I pulled for that email last night, I quoted them. He says he owes me, or we owe you, results and stuff like that. And then... Yeah,
I listened to it too last night, and yeah, he was referencing the MEB, but...
No, and then he says MEB, and then he says, and anything else on the medical front.
Got you.
Yep.
Got you. Okay.
And then Abdulwali, the thing that she says during my last TTM was horrible. She said, you heard my spiel, and I got nothing else for you until we know what you're diagnosed with. Now that we know, she told you and Hunt to for me to email her, which I did, and then she emails me back that I'm disrespectful. You know, like, this is just ridiculous. This is a clown show charade. Oh my gosh. And then that thing with Hunt this morning. Did you see that text? What do you think of that, real fast?
I read it, but I don't remember.
He tries to make it look like 3 days out of 29 days I did what I was needed to do. When I accounted for every single one of those 29 days, and every day is accounted for. Every day. Which, again, I've been preparing for this. Like, what is he thinking? Like, he underestimated me. Or, I can't believe he would even say that. He's screwed now when they asked him about that in court. And he gave that to Churchill because it's part of the record. Man, this is crazy. This is so wild, dude.
Okay.
Anyway.
I see that you broke it down, and that's good. I'm glad you did.
Right? Like, I'm not playing around here. And I did that in 5 minutes. And I don't even need to check my hours, which I will, though, but, like, that's how prepared I am. Okay, so to summarize our conversation, number one, we're going to verify with Colonel Churchill if that's even allowed, because if it's not, then, like, we're just wasted all of our time by discussing it, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
It just makes sense to me, but what do I know?
Yeah, it makes sense. Wait, what does? Me moving there?
Yeah, you being in this office right next to me.
Yeah, it makes sense to me, too, if new orders come down, though, because his orders were not accounting 4 out of 5 of my diagnoses. It wasn't even accounting for one of them. He knew of one, but there's no accommodations for IED. Like, he just thinks it's a joke. Where intermittent explosive disorders, like a serious impact. It's dangerous. Like, look what happened to me tonight at mental health.
I don't think anybody thinks any of this is a joke, man. Just so you know. I know I don't. I know you don't. Like,
I think Bergen thinks it's a joke because he did nothing. Literally did nothing. Didn't address my concerns straight up. Danced around my questions. So I definitely think he thinks. By his actions, not by his words. By everyone's actions, I think they think it's a joke. You know? So anyway, we'll clear it with Colonel Churchill. And then if he says no, then that's it. But if he says yes, I need to ask. I'll email it to you here in a bit to you and her.
Yeah, please do.
If I could have new orders because he was not accounting for my stuff. But I would hope that he would know that the new orders need to be after the TTM, right? Because, oh my gosh, man, it's so stressful because of how incompetent these leaders are, dude. So just straight up brazenly authoritative. Like, I actually don't even think they're incompetent. I'll take that back. I think they're authoritative. Like, you will do what I tell you to do. I don't care what's going on. Like, you listen to me kind of thing, you know? That's not a good leader. That's a boss. So anyway, yeah, the yes or no. If it's a yes, do I get new orders since he has admitted he doesn't know of my diagnoses. Okay, and if he says no, that looks bad. He's not gonna give me new orders with him not being aware of my diagnoses. Like I keep repeating all this stuff like I'm an idiot, but the last judge, she had all these questions too. That's why I feel like going back to court-martial is home base at this point, you know, like where I'll be heard and my stuff will be really taken seriously, you know.
Yeah.
Like the judge will probably ask that, at least the last one. She would probably ask Colonel Churchill, so you gave him orders, but you didn't know his diagnoses. Why did you not give him new orders once you knew his diagnoses? Like that. And he would have to answer that. Like, what's he going to say to that? I don't know. The frick? I guess those two for now. And then, yeah, and then you're going to find out why he denied the ADC stuff.
I mean,
or why
maybe I could try, right? But they could just tell me because.
That's arbitrary. That's arbitrary and capricious, which is a crime under Article 138, which is the whole point of that AFI for commanders that are arbitrary and capricious. They can't just say because. They need to give valid, logical, rational reasons, and that's what a whole court-martial will entail. Right? Lola, stop. Like, they can't just say that. A lot of people think that. Just because. No, they can't do that. Vasquez tried that, and he failed miserably on that. But, man, I feel for you, sir. I told you all this stuff, though, before, right? Like, you're in a pickle here.
I am, dude, and I'm glad. Honestly, I'm glad that you see that.
Oh,
right?
hell yeah.
I'm glad that you understand that I am absolutely trying to help you, but also have to change, you know, the rest of my
not F up your retirement. I get it.
I appreciate that.
Because, and the reason why I empathize with you is because, like, you're not trying to burn me. It's obvious you're not trying to burn me. Like it's so easy for someone just to jump in. Hunt is a perfect example of him starting out nice, him trying to help me, and then just flipping the switch. Just straight up flipping the switch. Like, so he's going to have to account for his actions, too, of why he gave me all the stuff that he did. And then, you know, just Colonel Churchill said no, and then he took it all away. Like, he needs to be able to explain in court that he tried to talk to Colonel Churchill about it, and Colonel Churchill said no. Like, he needs to almost blame Colonel Churchill, because he's going to be held accountable, Senior Hunt, for his turn on me. Like, he gave me 9 to 3 hours for the anxiety at the gate. Okay, what happened to that? I don't have it anymore? Like, they already screwed up by giving me little things here and there. Does that make sense?
I do see your perspective. Yes.
Yeah, and I got thousands of these little nuances that I've been studying and memorizing, and oh my god. Anyway, I didn't mean this conversation to be a venting conversation, but
that's okay, man. You got to talk to somebody.
Yeah. So you got any questions for me as of right now for that office or anything about that?
No, not right now. Just I'll clear it up with Colonel Churchill, and then send me that email with that list of your questions / concerns / demands.
Does Colonel Churchill sit where Colonel Roche used to sit?
Yes.
Same with Chief Marburg, where Chief Baldwin used to sit?
Yes.
Dang, that's great. Okay, I'll email you that here in a bit when I get back inside.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, man.
All right, thank you. Yeah. Okay, bye.
Yep, see you.
Oh my goodness.